All right, friends. So a couple weeks back, I saw an ad for Zoho CRM. They're calling it Bigin. And I want to check it out and play around with it a little bit. I haven't ever done this, so I thought I'd record myself doing it and get some first impressions of this as a small business CRM. Okay. So before I hop in here, we're gonna look at pricing. This is what's attracting to a lot of people is this free CRM, right? So what does that look like? What does that mean? You can have 500 records, some basic automation, as well as Zapier and some developer APIs and integration. So I don't know what all this, you know, means as far as telephony and um, recording phone calls. Like there's some pretty advanced features that could be really useful for someone starting with $0 a month, and 50,000 records for $7 isn't bad. Now, historically, my experience with Zoho has been very simplistic and check some really simple boxes. It works really well for a lot of small businesses, um, but not quite as polished as some of the bigger players, right? So I don't know. We'll see. I'm gonna click access here and see what happens. I do have a Zoho account. I was in playing with a different Zoho thing this morning, so I should be signed in. So hopefully it'll just add this to my other account. Looks like it has. Um, so Tech Ops Heroes. They're making me put a phone number in. Blur that out. All right, I am here in this platform. Looks like they've got a tour. I'm gonna skip that just because I'm doing my own tour. Um, okay, so we've got pipelines. So pipelines, we've got deals. Deals are in the pipelines. So when we've got somebody that we're working with, okay, most people are going to start with contacts. Um, we can import contacts from a file if I have them. They're walking me through anyway. Um, okay, so there's some different views here. Oh, we can filter some contacts if we want to filter them. And we can add columns if we want to display different columns, like if I wanted their first name and last name separated from their contact name. So if I wanted to sort by last name, that would be a way to do that. We can create a custom field, looks like. And I can pull in a value from the company. I don't know what this is gonna do. I've got a test field. Double click to edit. Okay. Inline editing is always good. So I'm attaching this contact to that pipeline record that already existed. It's interesting. So that's probably similar to how the companies were attached. We've got activities, so I can create activities. There's a calendar view. Looks like that's new. Tasks, events, calls. So if I wanted to do a certain amount of calls and follow-ups, I could track those in here. So we've got the tasks as a list, events as a list, calls is a list. Let's come into this task. I'm going to set today's date. That's next week, actually. So we'll come back to the calendar. We should see it here. This is today. Oh, my head was hiding it. There it is on the 28th. We've got this task to have this done. I wonder if there's a way to sync the calendar with like my Google Calendar, or to make this visible in my Google Calendar. That's where tasks would be really useful. With dashboards, okay, so we've got contacts that are created. And then the dollars, and oh, that's the number of. I would like to see my pipeline dollar value. So we're going to create a widget, and we'll do a KPI widget. And do it like this, revenue this month, but we're going to say pipeline revenue, open pipeline revenue. So we're going to say some amount of the deals in the closing this month compared to the previous period, and an increase is positive. So need to move it around. Clicking and dragging is not working. There's got to be a way to reorder these, right? Clicking in, oh, that's nice. An easy drill down pops up right here. I really like that. But there's got to be a way. Put this in like an edit mode. Add and reorder. Huh. Well, that wasn't ideal. It works. Whoops. Tell me I got one deal that's expected to close this month. Okay, we'll save that. If I come into the pipeline, I want to know if it's filtering that out, right? So if I go like this, I edit this guy, I'm going to lose it. So as soon as I say close lost, my dashboard still shows it there. So I'm wondering if there's, filter, stage isn't close lost. Now there's no data. I come back to this pipeline and I move this guy out, just testing, dragging it back and forth. That's pretty slick. This is pretty nice so far for tracking deals. And my deal's back, so that's good. like I said though, contacts, I probably, is there like a, I mean, you could create an opportunity. We're calling this a pipeline. Um, we're creating a test pipeline. I don't love pipeline name. Pipeline is okay. Cancel. Pipeline must be the funnel or the deals that are going through here. So if I'm going to create a deal in this, all right. So my AirPods just disconnected there, so I lost my train of thought. I'm adding a deal in uh, this thing. So we're going to call this a test deal. Uh, New company. Um, Test company. Okay, so that's pretty slick because you're able to customize the fields that are showing up when you're creating a new company inside of creating a new deal. So I like that. Um, the company owner, okay, that's the user that is doing this. Okay, so this deal contact is required, and I don't have a contact, so I'm going to under test company. So I'm going to create a new company under here, and I wonder, I'm going to create that's under different company. We're going to put him under Zilker, which is that one that they initially had. So you can attach the contact from a different company. Now, the reason I tested that is because sometimes you're working with a consultant or somebody that's actually under a different company, but the contact you want associated with that deal is the consultant. And so um, that I thought maybe that was, oh, and there's a secondary contact option too. So maybe I put test contact to here and I switch this to all contacts, and I want test contact here and then test contact too. So it looks like you could create a list of additional contacts that this is related to. And we'll say this is $1,000 and it's going to close next week. And if we wanted to add products, we could keep track of our products here and add products to these deals. I'm going to save this just for now because I'm not going to go too far down that rabbit hole. So now we've got $6,671. So I go back to the dashboard. I wonder how frequently this refreshes, but force a refresh, that's there. There should be a couple extra contacts created. I guess I could refresh the full dashboard. That looks like that. There's 2 opportunities that are set to qualify this month. So if I come back to the deals and I move this one to proposal, then when we refresh this full dashboard, we have 1 in qualification and 1 in proposal. So with a bar graph, what are my edit options? because these guys are colored the same. So, okay, I actually like that layout better for what we're showing here. That doesn't change it though. Well, it did. Maybe it doesn't until I click save. The x-axis is going to be, I mean, it had this is not ideal. It had the y-axis. Oh, it's because I changed this, so that got lost. So the y-axis is going to be the count of deals, and the x-axis is going to be the stage. What does that give to us? Something's wrong. I don't know what thumbs up means. Oh, 2. Maybe we're creating a new one. Doesn't like something, and this is all red, so it's changing it over here. I can see that. Lets me save it with no changes. Oops. Yeah, something's being weird there. Huh. It hadn't applied. That's really weird. So I wonder if I come in here and I change this style to this. Obviously, that time it applied it immediately. I went to this other graph. It was like it was stuck. When I hit change style, it didn't switch it. See, it still didn't switch it. And so now when I go to save it, it's going to fail. Oh, well, it's going to fail because I didn't set these again. Fails, but I hit this guy and then this guy, and then it moves it back. Now it's applied that change. Now I have to change these again. But yeah, so now I can see qualification and proposal. There's one in each. Interesting. So yeah. Activities, we've looked at this, but if I wanted to do a call, so you could set up phone calling. I'm not going to do that on this one, but it looks like you can set up phone calling. And I don't know it's showing me that I'm on a trial right now, so I don't know what's going to disappear at the end of the trial. but I should have two companies here now. And if I go back into contacts, I should show three different contacts, two under Zilker and one under test company. So if you're ready to begin, here's my initial thoughts. And I haven't even explored API connections and automations. If you're ready to start using a CRM and you want to build processes around actual sales motion, so you're tracking opportunities or deals in this case, and you're tracking the contacts that you're working with, I think this tool looks like it's going to be able to do all of those things, and it creates some really quick dashboards and creates some awesome opportunity potentially for a free tool or a low priced CRM. Um, I will explore automations and the opportunities that could come, how we can connect different things. But for now, I think this is a really great initial overview of setting up a CRM in Bigin. So yeah, if you have any questions, let me know. But hopefully this is helpful kind of exploring what this tool may offer.